Have you wondered how to master the basics of oil painting? Today, I'll be exploring an amazing art book that might just be your new best friend. Join me as I flip through The Beginner's Guide to Oil Painting by Craig Stephens. Craig Stephens is a Californian artist who taught art at the high school and now conducts online workshops in oil and gouache. The book has 22 simple still life projects categorized under interesting topics like textures, reflections, etc. The introduction chapter is all about the basics, the color palette he uses, the surface you could paint on, and how you could set up the still life in your studio. The workflow chart is something that I found very helpful, and I think all artists will benefit from it. A section on color introduces you to the color wheel and helps you understand color bias. Craig stresses on value being the foundation of a good painting and how one can use value to describe form. The exercises in this chapter are pretty simple, but there are a lot of photographs to explain each step, and even a beginner will get the hang of value after going through these exercises. The artist also shares how you should light a subject to get the maximum range of light and shadows. Now we move on to the painting projects. Each project is a step-by-step demonstration with lot of details shared, and each step has lot of photographs. There are color mixing photographs, there are photographs on how to finish off a painting. There are a lot of details for each project. The instructions are pretty simplified, so it's going to be very easy for any beginner to complete these projects. Though this book is quintessentially mentioned as a beginner's guide to oil painting, I tried a few projects with acrylic as well as gouache, and they turned out pretty good. So you can try these projects with acrylics and gouache. The next two chapters are my absolute favorite, that is painting transparencies and reflections. Now both these topics are complex topics, and even intermediate artists could find them difficult to paint. So if you're finding difficulty in painting metal or glass, these topics are very well simplified and explained in this book. So the book starts off with very simple projects like value studies as well as simple single objects which are easy to paint, and then moves on to more complex subjects. So it is a book which is meant for beginners as well as intermediate artists. For me, this book has been a great addition in my library of art books. And that wraps up our sneak peek into this fantastic book on oil painting. Thanks for flipping through it with me today. If you have any book flip through suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments. That's all for now. Until next time, take care, keep creating and exploring new artistic possibilities.